がここにいるうちの本物のスクールスポーツのために行こうぜベイビーバンこの国は気をつけて、現実になることがありますからね。
All right, so I told you guys, I told you guys, the viewers, the fine boxing fans on True School Sports in the USA, Japan, in the entire world. I told you guys I was gonna make a more concerted effort to cover Shokichi Iwata, and so let's talk about this because one of the other champions in his weight class, the newly crowned IBF champion, pound for pound, one of the hardest punchers in boxing, pound for pound, the hardest puncher from Japan, right? I think Yabuki is every bit the puncher in a way is pound for pound. And people don't realize how big a puncher this guy is, but he's got serious bricks in them hands. That being said, Yabuki and is IBF champion. Shokichi Iwata recently captured the WBO title, right? And when you look at the landscape of their weight class, which is the light flyweight division, really and truthfully, this is the biggest fight you can make in the division because when you look at the other two champions, Eric Mini Pac-Man Rosa and Panya Prada Bisri, these guys are not bigger than Shokichi Iwata. I think this is a great fight for Japan. I think this is a fight that makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure Shokichi Iwata is a fighter that thinks this fight makes a lot of sense. But Masamichi Yabuki does not believe this fight makes a lot of sense because he was quoted himself saying the following, and I quote, "There is no value in doing it right now. It'll be just like the Japanese title," end quote. So, Yabuki's playing. Listen, these are the kind of things we normally hear from American fighters. A lot of people like to romanticize boxing overseas and say, "Oh, well, these guys don't ever duck each other." No, ducking happens. Avoiding fights happens in every weight category, and I feel like, look, it's never going to make more sense than now for them to fight because there's no other fight in this division that will make Shokichi Iwata any bigger or Yabuki any bigger. The fight that's going to make this fight bigger or their careers better is that they fight each other. And if the fight is competitive enough, if it's close enough, if it's exciting enough, you could always do a rematch. You know, I'm sure a first fight can make a second fight more lucrative if it's competitive enough, right? And I think it's a great style matchup. You got Yabuki, who is, I mean, when I talk about having serious bricks in his hands, serious punching power, I mean, you talk to anybody who's sparred him, who's fought with him, they all tell you the same thing. This guy is the hardest puncher I ever fought. So, you know, he's always going to be in a fight, even if he's getting outboxed. And he's still, to this day, the only man to defeat Kenshiro Taraji. He beat the hell out of Sivanathan Nochinga, who's a very good fighter. He's a legit world champion. He's a two-time champion, and he deserves respect, right? And he's had a hard career, so maybe he's just trying to get as much money as he can, because on this occasion, he will be the B-side in this fight. Iwata's got the Tekken Promotions backing behind him. I'm not sure who represents Yabuki. Somebody can clue me in. Somebody can let me know on that one. Who is Yabuki's promoter? Because I haven't even thought about that or researched it myself. But I would be led to believe that Iwata will be the A-side in this fight, because Iwata, when he turned pro, he was the guy with the big amateur background. He was the guy that was signed to miss. Listen, he's with Tekken Promotions. He's with the #1 promotion in Japan. A lot of people may think, oh, Ohashi Promotions is the best. No, it's not. Tekken Promotions is the promotion in Japan, because Tekken Promotions is the gateway to boxing abroad. If you're a Japanese fighter and you want to box abroad, if you have any aspirations to box internationally, it doesn't matter if you're with Ohashi. It doesn't matter if you're with anybody else in Japan. Everybody has to go through Mr. Honda to box abroad. He is the guy that controls everything in Japan. So if you're signed to that guy, you are the A side in Japan. And it's no different here with Iwata. Iwata will be the A side. So Yabuki's probably just trying to, you know, get the best deal he can for himself, because he's had a tough career. This wasn't a guy like, you know, Iwata or even like an Inoue who had all this backing behind him right away. No, this guy had to take some tough fights. I mean, he's fought Seigo Yuriokui. He's fought Junta Nakatani. He's fought Kenshiro twice. He's fought Sivanathan Nochinga. I mean, this guy has proven himself. He's earned his stripes. So maybe he just wants to make some real money, because right now, I mean, I get what he's saying, but the reason why that I don't agree with that comment from Masamichi Yabuki is because in these weight classes, Japanese fighters are normally always the best or close to the best. If it's not, you know, Japanese fighters always make up a lot of the best fighters are on these weight classes. So to say that this fight's like winning the Japanese title, it's like, okay, well, then is that what Junto's saying too at bantamweight? Because I mean, all the champions there are from Japan. You can't find nobody else that's not Japanese. And the other two non-Japanese fighters in this weight class, I mean, Eric Mini Pac-Man Rosa is one of the least known champions in boxing, and Panya Pradabisri, he got his ass waxed by Carlos Canizales, and he had to give him a rematch. So he just take him off the table. The fight I think makes the most sense for Yabuki is, in fact, Iwata. Because when you go down the rankings, I mean, what is he gonna fight? Reggie Sugarnob? Is he gonna fight? If you don't listen, if he doesn't fight, if Yabuki does not fight Iwata, that's his prerogative. But he's gonna have to fight somebody else from Japan, because if you look at the rankings, you got Masataka Taniguchi, number 7, the former champion. You got Yugo Osakaya, number 15. You got a couple guys from Japan. So if you don't fight a Japanese fighter now, you have to fight a Japanese fighter later. I mean, even if you look at number 5 is Kaiosuke Takami, who I don't know a ton about. I'm not gonna act like I know a ton about who this guy is. Who the hell is Kaiosuke Takami? He's 8-0, 6 knockouts, Tokyo, Japan. Okay, so you got 3 of the top 15 ranked that are Japanese. So if it's not Iwata for the title, for the Unification title, which if you beat him, you can get more money. You're gonna have to probably fight one of these other 3 Japanese fighters in your weight class. That's how it's more likely gonna go. So it'll either be Kaiosuke Takami, Yugo Osakai, or whatchamacallit, or Masataka Taniguchi. So I don't like what I'm hearing from. I really don't like what I'm hearing from Yabuki, because Yabuki's a great fighter. He's actually one of the fighters from Japan that I respect the most, because he's fought everyone. He didn't have the big time promoter behind him. He didn't have Mr. Honda and Hideki Ohashi, you know, picking the right fights from at the right time. No, this guy had to come up the hard way. He had to take the toughest fights. And even when he beat Ken Shiro, like he didn't get a chance to like fight easier guys to build himself up. No, they put him right back in for the Ken Shiro rematch. So it's like, I respect him a lot, but this is not right on his part, and he needs to tighten up. Yabuki, I got Japanese subtitles in these videos, so you listen. If somebody from Yabuki's team see this video, he needs to get it together and fight Shokichi Iwata, because that's the best fight in the division to make. And if you don't fight him now, who's Japanese, you have to fight somebody else who's Japanese. So it could be now or it could be later, but it's gonna have to happen at some point. So I'll leave it at that. I'll keep my eye on the situation. We'll have more updates later on, but let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Masamichi Yabuki is ducking Shokichi Iwata? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you could love me or you could hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.